As expected and anticipated, Emerson Mnangagwa has just used the ongoing National Heroes Acre event where they are bearing, it must be Mpabanga, today Brigadier General Samuel Mpabanga, to send a message to retired General Chiwenga. Of course, he would not call him by name as usual. He just says sentiments of which we knew and we understand who exactly these sentiments were directed to. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, don't forget to subscribe so that you get the latest news as fresh as possible. So Emerson Mnangagwa has just used the current presentation at the National Heroes Acre to actually lash out at retired General Chiwenga. Speaking at the National Heroes Acre, he said Mpabanga was not a bickering leader. He said Mpabanga was not a grumbling leader. Mpabanga was not a leader who wanted to be superior, or Mpabanga was not also a leader who was an attention seeker, saying such leaders of today has to emulate Mpabanga. It is quite clear when he is saying, when he attributes these traits not as actually characteristics of Mpabanga, he is quite sending a clear message that there is someone amongst the leaders in ZANU-PF who exhibit those traits, and who exactly is that leader? It is retired General Chiwenga. We understand that things have not been actually rosy between retired General Chiwenga as well as Emerson Mnangagwa since the first cabinet meeting, where Emerson Mnangagwa as well as retired General Chiwenga had intense exchanges. Retired General Chiwenga telling Mnangagwa that extending his term of office with 2 years, as well as also making 22 constitutional changes, was against the values of the liberation struggle. Emerson Mnangagwa saying such is bickering, saying such traits exhibited by retired General Chiwenga demonstrate an individual who is an attention seeker, and also saying such traits of retired General Chiwenga depicted someone who wants to be superior more than others. He has just spoken these words in front of retired General Chiwenga at the National Heroes Acre. Now, what does that tell us about the relations between the two? We see an escalation. So actually meeting together in these public events and greeting each other, they are just pretending each other. Retired General Chiwenga remains against Emerson Mnangagwa's 22 constitutional changes that are in force at the moment as we speak. Equally so, Emerson Mnangagwa is not entertaining retired General Chiwenga. In fact, if there is anything, he is forging ahead in terms of making these constitutional changes. So at the moment, as things stand, Chiwenga is against what Mnangagwa intends to do to mutilate the constitution of the land. Equally so, Emerson Mnangagwa is also against retired General Chiwenga, standing on his way. He calls it bickering, he calls it attention seeking, he calls it all sorts of names. Today he called that actually at the National Heroes Acre, and he calls such attitudes unpatriotic. That is what Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa said today at the National Heroes Acre. We expected and anticipated Mnangagwa to use this platform to send a clear message. It appears both leaders understand the task of using these functions to send a clear message against each other. And I mean, that speaks to one thing, that it would not just be a walk in the park, particularly for Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, to think he will just mutilate the constitution without being opposed. Of course, we are seeing numerous measures, as I will be reporting, indicating that Mnangagwa is stubborn in terms of pursuing his 2030 agenda, and is putting quite a number of safety nets, especially against potential opposition to his 2030 term extension. Now, that actually shows that Zimbabwe at the moment has entered a period, a perilous period, because when two elephants are actually fighting, what suffers is the grass. We are going to see that actually being the order of the day in Zimbabwe. Look at what happened today. We woke up to the news of abduction that has been conducted by Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. We expect a lot of such atrocities. People have been shot for standing on the way of Emerson Tambutso. He's actually a violent president. He's a heartless president to ever exist on Mother Earth. And we expected and anticipated this. Unfortunately, he is not someone who would be removed without being fought. He has to be fought thoroughly to be removed. So quite an interesting speech, especially towards the end. Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa lashing out at retired General Chiwenga, saying he doesn't want bickering leaders, he doesn't want attention-seeking leaders, he doesn't want unpatriotic leaders. And we know that these are words that are directed to retired General Chiwenga. Because he said, after saying Babanga is not that, he said such should be the attributes of the current crop of leaders within ZANU-PF. It's quite interesting where ZANU-PF is going. We will continue to be watching these dramatic events and also keep you updated. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So Mhlabane is signing out. Let me